bugging me that this package tray was not done, so something I started and didn't finish. Remember, this was rusted out really bad, so I had to make this used to be one part. This 90-degree flange was actually part of this, but I overlapped it because I figured that I would never get it straight and true because it's like 55 inches long. And then I added this other 90-degree flange here and welded it to this side. So all I got to do is join the two. So the window will be right here. But just getting this together is turning out to be rather difficult. But I've got it clamped together. See, it was together pretty good on its own up here. See the two flanges? If I show you the gap, you'll see, here's the gap. I've got the two flanges clamped together mostly. So I'm gonna start tacking it together and try to close this gap up as we go. But also wanna keep in mind these two surfaces. And then the package tray sets down on this little shelf bracket here, and it's not sitting down there yet. And there's got even bigger gap right here. I'm going to push that down, but I'm not. If I pushed it down right now, half of my clamps would jump off of there because they're all. I got a lot of tension now. So what I'm going to do is tack the two flanges together into places where I like this, and then start massaging it. This, I know the package tray's got to go down in the front, but actually this part's looking pretty good. See there, it comes down more. But I think I like it more like this. So I'm going to tack it together in places where it looks like that, and then bend it down to meet where it's supported at both ends. And that's it. It's really, there's one of these at each end, and then there's this flange where it was spot welded. These two flanges were spot welded together, but I can't get my spot welder in there, so we're just going to use a MIG. And then we'll go along and we'll fix all this stuff, these little burn holes here where I tacked that flange onto there. Pretty it up. So the package tray is all welded in. And see what I did is I just welded the edges of the two flanges together on the edge like this. Otherwise I would have had to drill holes in one of them and then try to fill it with rosette welds, but this worked out just fine. Just none of this is going to show. So I did that all the way up and down, and I welded it where it was clamped together real nice and laying nice and flat from on top, and then I adjusted it here and there with a hammer until until this surface up here was pretty flat and even. And I also took a wire brush to it, so it's ready for some primer. And then on the outside, on the other side, okay, there's the top of it ground up. And pretty happy with it. Now, make it even better. Maybe I'll make it acceptable, really. I'm going to put short strand body filler, obviously, over these places. But I think I'm going to try to hide this seam with it and feather it out down into this one. Now, this seam is not covered up by the factory, so I wanted to leave it. I'll give you a little perspective. Back to about 90 degrees. And remember the back window, I worked on that forever. And now the package tray. But I am happy with the way it's fitting. It's going to be good. It's going to be great. Let me grind that up. Give it a little bit better presentation. There's kind of a long view of the package tray. I'm happy with it. It's in there. It's fairly straight. It's as straight as the front of the bed. Which is better than it was. Alrighty, next is short strand fiberglass filler. I put one application of the short strand fiberglass filler on this, and I fared in that little overlap. So you only got one application of it on there, and sanded it. You can see I'm down to the metal in lots of places, but this is, ideally it would look kind of like this, all the way up and down. So next, I will take a little bit of regular body filler and skim that whole thing. And I'm going to let some of it go down in here, just a little bit, to kind of make it look like that, where that seam is just kind of closed up a little bit. It'll still be quite visible, but just so it looks uniform, so it'll just look like this, all the way up and down, all the way left and right, I should say. And then I'll sand that and bring it back, have another look at this. I think it's going to look okay. See how this overlap is all filled now? Yeah. I think that's going to look good after the next application. Okay, back to work on the package tray. And trust me when I say you don't want to be learning Bondo tricks from me, but this was a little bit wavy after welding it in. But so I used one of these big putty knives and smeared the Bondo on this way so that I could get a pretty even coat in this area that had the waves in it. So that's all you missed. I'm gonna start sanding. See, I started just now, but that's the longest board I have right now. What is it, 20 inches? 18, 20 inches, whatever. And I got it adjusted flat for now. And just raking up and down. See, and I hit bare metal right there already, so I'm going to take it easy in places like that. Try to get this all rounded, and then this area on the right here all feathered up, and then we'll see if we need another coat. I'm sure we will. Okay, got the package tray all sanded up, pretty happy with it. I do need to add just a little bit filler right there. And then I think I'll be ready for probably going to put high build primer on all this area that I've epoxy primed here.